Hi there, I am Adam Kivas, and this is my 7th episode of my short story, Wednesday. She took my hand, and I followed her into her home, into the unknown, into a world which I hadn't even dreamed about before. Her family was inside, it was only her mother. I didn't saw anyone else. Her mother was standing there. She just watched at me, eyes. They were just eyeing anybody. I walked through the hallway, my tread heavy. The home was scarcely furnished. Only the necessity people who did not fancy any romance with interior, with furniture, people who do not assign any hopes to a beautiful appearance, people just for a use, just for a purpose. This is how the home was furnished. Every piece of it would not match, every piece of it randomly selected, and would not match neither in color, shape. It was just put there for the bare purpose, to be useful, to be supportive. A life has to be maintained here, or just the waiting room for later. Who knows? But there was this muteness again, this uncomfortable muteness, and stares, eyes. There were stares. They would just stare, embarrassing, mortified partially, but they would just stare. I saw in the window, in front of the window, a chair placed there, like someone would be sitting there and just waiting and watching the world outside, just staring into the world, just watching people passing by. I immediately knew what this meant. I immediately understood what this was about. Rosa was still holding my hand. My heart was still throbbing. This was socially awkward. I didn't know what to expect. It felt my hormones were overflowing, and I had an erection. I felt uncomfortable. With one hand, I tried to cover my pants, my crouch. I didn't want to see her, that I was thrilled. My penis was pressing against my pants, my trousers. I felt like exploding. It felt really awkward. I wanted to sit down and just hide my awkwardness. I didn't want them to see me as a freak, as a weirdo, as someone who gets erected by the slight touch of someone who was craving human touch for this long. I didn't even know that. I didn't even imagine that. And here it was. This beautiful woman was touching me, and I had an erection, and I felt it. I felt it too late. Maybe she saw me. Maybe I had an erection all along. I followed this beautiful creature. I didn't want her to see me. And there I was, awkward, shaking. And I just stared around. I was embarrassed. I did not think further. And finally, I could seat myself. I threw myself on the sofa. I was mortified, maybe. I didn't know anything about women. I didn't know what it meant to be close to someone, what to hold someone, what to reveal someone. What did I think about following her? And now here I am. I felt stupid. I felt that they could any moment start mocking me, start mocking the person, this stupid boy I was, who had no experience, who didn't live. who didn't know anything, and they would immediately figure out that I was just a stupid man, a stupid boy, someone who has been dreaming for so long about nothing. I sat down, I threw myself, and what if they would ask me to leave, just for what? Uncomfortably, I sat down. We would still stare at each other. The entire room felt mute. We would pass on glances at each other. I didn't dare to look straight at anybody. How could I? It felt still awkward, weird. How did I came here? I didn't even recognize it. Was like I would wake up right at this very moment. I did not think that I would end up here in this journey, part of a journey. I woke up in my bed today, at that day. I woke up in my bed. I did not fall. I didn't think that my life would change in any way. I thought all these dreams, all these hopes, in the end of the day, it would still be the same. Nothing would change. And now here I am in a different home. There I was, speechless, nothing. Speechless and an erection. I tried to cover because this beautiful woman, this gorgeous woman had again swooned me. Had again messed with my mind. I just sat there awkwardly, hoping that they would not ask this stranger, this nobody, to leave because of this awkward silence. And I was about to say something. I wanted to say something, to break the silence, to break the ice, to just say something. So that all seemed to be easy, all seemed to be unbearable. But I could not think of anything. What do you want to say there? Hi. Well, we met already. Hi would not be sufficient. I glanced at her. I eyed her rather fleetingly. They expected me to say something, anything, a word, a sentence, a phrase. Maybe I should have said that I came just along. I just wanted to pass somewhere. But where was my goal? Where was my destiny? Where was I heading? What if they asked me about it? Why? This is part of the conversation, part of small talk. People ask that. Would have been nice. But I didn't know what to say, and I was still deafened by my heart throbs. And right there, she asks me, she stares at me. And I am trapped by these beautiful eyes. They again trapped me, and I could not stare away. I could not look away. They again towed me inside her. These beautiful eyes. They were just laying a smooth aura around her face. They were just gleaming. And she looked at me in confidence, but intermingled with sadness. Her eyes, the rims of them almost seemed to be tearful thoughts. And I think for the first time I saw that thoughts over the years have seared themselves on to her skin, on to her face. It wasn't visible outside. It wasn't visible outside in that world for me. I didn't see it in the daily life, in the mundane life everyone was living. I didn't saw all the layers of years which has been covering those eyes, have been covering those beautiful eyes. This tiresome. They looked beautiful, but they looked tired as well, as if someone became exhausted just from watching the world, as if someone would stare into their daily world almost unbearably, as as if you don't find anything better than just watch how the life passes by you, how day by day you just lose yourself because you stay at the same spot. You cannot change your world. You cannot just escape. And for the first time, I maybe in retrospect thought about their prospect, because some people, they are held back by more than one thought, more than one agonizing fear. Maybe they held by more than by one plan. Maybe it was more than fear that would keep people back away, just to walk away. But where? I again glanced at the chair. She still was looking at me. She was expecting probably something to say to me, but I didn't know. I just watched it plainly. I just was distracted. I acted that I would be distracted. I acted like I was still recovering from this impression. I acted like I was still searching the room. My eyes were still roaming this room, adjusting to this situation, to this account. But she kept still staring at me. These beautiful eyes, they did not let go of me. They captivated me. I was forced to look back. I was forced to look in these beautiful eyes. I could not look away anymore. Do you want to drink something? That's all what she asked me. Do you want to drink something? And her voice was fearful, like I could reject it, like I could just stand up and walk away. She was fearful. And her lips, the movement of it up and down, it was hypnotizing, it was mesmerizing, it was captivating, it was gleaming. And that moment, in that very moment, I wanted to soothe her, swipe away her care, her sadness, just for a moment, just hold again this height. In that very moment, I felt again the distance. She had let go of my hand. Maybe she noticed my awkwardness. Maybe she saw that I was that I had an erection, that I was an awkward in social interactions, that I did not know better, that I was just a stupid someone. Maybe she had a different opinion, a different thought of me when she saw me outside, and that's why she invited me. That's why she held my hand and just dragged me inside. Maybe she thought of me differently. Maybe she took me for someone else, and now she woke up. Now she distanced herself from me. She detached herself from me. Her emotional investment and hopes she put in my hand. Maybe she was hoping for something I could not read in these beautiful eyes, maybe, which was hiding on those eye rims and this beautiful, tearful sadness. Maybe there was written a code, a word, a story, a history, anything I could not grasp, and I was lost because I did not know what to answer. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. Hold her, soothe her. And I wanted just to hold this beautiful face, these beautiful eyes, swipe over here and just kiss her. Just say to her, it is fine, it is okay. But I was awkward. I understood that I was awkward because I didn't know. And she just asked me, do you want to drink something? And the only thing I could say was yes, with a shaking voice, yes to everything she offered, yes to a deep desire, yes to this new awkward moment, yes to everything, yes to these beautiful eyes, which now seemed to start making sense of it all. Maybe it was awkward for her too. And she got up. She moved through the room as if it was the normal thing